Hello everyone and welcome to the Starseed Dragon channel. This is an oracle review of Into the Lonely Woods, Blessings and Message for Times of Solitude and Isolation by Lucy Cavendish. The artwork is by Dan May. Lucy Cavendish has a very different and unique voice. So this is 45 cards and a 104-page guidebook. So let's take a look on what we've got going on here. Open. So excited. So excited for this. I saw this and I couldn't help myself. I just couldn't. I may have a problem. So here's the book. I'm not going to read all of these things. I'm not going to read all of that. Oh, look, there's smoking, salt clearing, moonlight cleansing. Oh, well, I'll read that later. Definitely. That sounds wonderful. The triple insight spread. Okay, different spreads we've got. What is our card meetings? Okay, not too bad, not too shabby. Okay, let's see what we've got here. So this might also be a long video, you never know. So these, I probably should have measured these cards, right? No gilding. These are large cards. They're much bigger than I'm accustomed to, that's for sure. Very large cards. Here's the back of them. How beautiful is that? Let's take a measure, shall we? Before I forget again. So they are about 5.5 inches or 14 centimeters approximately by almost 4 inches, or was that about 9.5 centimeters approximately. And let's turn these around and start giving these a good look. I just thought that the artwork on it was just so, I was just drawn to these. I don't know why. We'll find out. I just really love the artwork. Okay, to walk the lonesome road. Foolish, they say, to walk this strange path. Loneliness will become your only companion, they say, as you take those first steps on the lonesome road to your own self. This is not adventure, no indulgence, no needless seeking. This is a pilgrimage of the soul, and the time you spend on the path you have chosen, which truly has chosen you, may make you weary. And there could be no doubt, and there will be moments where your only companion is the voice inside your head. And that is the point. For when you hear that voice clearly for almost the first time, listen. Speak with it. See what you have been saying to yourself. And with each footstep, watch the words become more encouraging, loving, and filled with self-love. The sadness of letting go. Sometimes when we feel very alone, we have trouble letting go. But when we meet another, a companion who is like us, yet unlike us, their presence can help us open to new possibilities that show us who we could be. You are now freeing yourself from the old bonds and beliefs, from what you wanted to keep but could not. Whether or not this is right for you, and the soul says it is right for you, there is always sadness in letting go. It is a void, a loss, a recognition that one thing we once wanted could not work within the world we are creating. In every release truly made, there will be mourning. Trust yourself most of all, but accept the help of those whose kindness and care are unmistakable. Friendship will reveal aspects of your own soul that you did not know existed. That's beautiful. And yet the path grows lighter. At this time, you have company, wise company, who shares with you that the lightness of life is worth bringing back, that the heaviness you have cast away has led you to find the most elusive treasures. About you, the world is awaking. About you, the world is awakening, and it will be as if you are the first to see its beauty. Drink it in as the hummingbird sips up the nectar. Develop a taste for the sweetness of life, and know that you have traveled far in this life and will travel farther still. You have the energy, the stamina, and the skill to do this. You will receive blessings along the untraveled road you now follow. Your path is sweet for now. Enjoy every drop of nectar along the way. Hope is like a hummingbird. Hope will come to you again, and just when you feel most heavy, most joyless, know that the miracle will occur. Like a hummingbird, it will come, small and weightless, bringing back the joy of living, the lightness of being. Soon you will savor the sweetness of life, and wherever negativity creeps in whatever form it comes, it will be transformed. Love shall come in the simple tasks of life, and gratitude will flow from your heart. Like the hummingbird, you may feel small, but you are capable of the most amazing feats. Your ability to change, adapt, and recreate your own life now grows strong, and you come to respect your resilience, your playful nature, your natural optimism. And these treasures return, light as the hummingbird, sweet as the nectar of flowers. The lonesome gardener. You are learning the joy of tending to something wild until it can become something giving and warm, just as you are now. Your care and attention have given something new the space to grow and become abundant. This is now reflected in your soul. Look within and see how what you helped nurture in the world is now growing within you. Where once all felt barren and unknown, there is fertility and connection. You turned away from the voice of the world and listened instead to the wisdom of the growing world. Because of that, all is blossoming and rich and verdant once again. You have made the wasteland a paradise. You have sown the seeds from which blessings can now come forth. Drink from your own well water, your own garden. Drink from your own well, water your own garden. Because I can't read, right? When we are alone, we learn how not to take our inspiration or sustenance from others. We do not drink from their wells. We do not feed from their cauldrons. We do not need anyone else's energy to generate our own. We can create our own energy, find the source of the spring within us, and begin to drink from from that and discover who we are when we are most ourselves. Within you is the spring, drink from it. Within you is the garden, water it. Find the source within you. Do not seek inspiration elsewhere. This is not the time for that connection. Now is the time to follow the path until you discover the grail of the self and become your own light. Going deep. There are times to walk, and then there are times to swim. The path has taken you into the waters of the deeper self, your unfelt emotions, the mysteries of the psyche, the flowing nature of who you are fearful to be. All these mysteries can be explored. Sink into the subconscious and know it is safe for you to be within this watery place for a time. Feel the gift of the silence, the calm, the weightlessness, and the depth of this world. You are a part of this, just as you are a part of the air. Do not stay at the edge of the lake. Walk into the waters and let them go over your head. The beauty of water will open your eyes to the beauty of the emotions within you. To watch over you. You are seen, beautiful soul. Your isolation sometimes leads you to feel as though your existence will go unobserved. You are not invisible. You are seen and loved, even in these moments of absolute aloneness. The eyes of the spirit world watch over you more closely now than ever before. These beings who dwell within all the elements, in every tree, in every breeze, within the deep and good earth, see you and wish to guide you. They are here to help you with what you need to know. Learn to trust the messages that are coming through for you, and know you are not losing what we call the mind. You are deepening your relationship with the true nature of this beautiful world. The owl knows your name and is calling you home. There are others like you. Others like you are experiencing an awakening. The truth you are awakening to is the changing nature of your being, the way we have life within life within life. It seems as if you are the only one experiencing such a profound rebirth, and this can lead you to feel bleak, believing that there is no one else who has experienced quite what you have. This is true. Your experience is unique and profound, but it is a theme that other souls are gently seeing and possibilities of their own freedom. Seeing the possibilities of their own freedom. They walk their own path, shunning the loud voices of the human world that shout their empty words into numb ears and blank minds. There are others like you. You are not alone in this rebirthing of the inner and outer worlds. Such beautiful art. The communion of tender souls. True communion comes in the moments where two who once felt strangers connect over the simple delight of the warmth that springs up between them. Our souls, for all they grow in solitude, crave those moments of connection. And here you have this moment. This kinship runs deep. It is created through what is shared but unspoken, what is understood without explanation, what is seen without being exposed. The tender part of each of you has found a safe place, each within the other. Nurture and tend to this, gently and with respect, and allow both of you your freedom. In time, let us see what will be woven between your two souls. For now, rest in the bliss of this communion. Beautiful. Your little island. There are times when we only know who we are thus far in relation to the ways other people experience us to be. In the true knowing of ourselves, in the true unfurling of our potentials, we must step outside relationship with others from time to time to create a relationship with ourselves. This is not loneliness. This is the true deep work of the becoming self, of the beckoning yearning to know the world on your own terms, even simply through the senses. Take time away from the ways others control who you are. Become an island. Offer that alone time to your deepest self and experience the world through the unfiltered truth of the self you are still becoming. Your truth is powerful. We are told so many lies. We are told that we must be with others and that they must love us for us to be worthy. So we bend and we twist the self to please the others, showing only glimpses of who we are, in shadows and lights. We never fully step out into the light to see who is drawn to the form we most truly are. Start by unbending and deepening the love of your own ways. Start with untwisting and cease to speak words that appease others and offend your soul. Then offer that level of care and desire for love to your own self. What could you become if you already loved who you are? Magical. Just magical. Love forgives distance. There is a consistency to true companionship. Without contact, whether physical or words, for a time, some friendships and connections wither. Others remain as bright as they were the last time you saw each other. Some friendships withstand distance, time apart, and even enforced separations. We set our course and our paths may divert and part, but in time they will converge again, joining as seamlessly as two rivers flowing into one, then parting again. Let the moments of true connection flow, and know those who truly love you will simply reach out their hand and open their arms, or even dance within the space only your two energies combined can create when the time to be together comes again. Very true. Very, very true. Plight of the wanderer. There may come a sleepless night when you must walk with your troubles until they feel larger than you can continue to carry. There will come a night when the journey has taken you so far that you feel the burdens of your needs must be laid down, and you must free yourself from them. This card comes to you to say that you must know now that some of the troubles you carry are not yours. They do not belong to you, and yet you carry them. There will be a wise one who tells you to share some of these troubles for a time. They will help you know which to keep, learn from, and remember, and which can be put aside, acknowledged as not yours to carry, and buried softly in the good earth to heal, change, and become a part of the great all that is. Your inner light will guide you. Light your own torch now. Use this inner light to guide you on the path. Your inner light will illuminate the stony ground, the loose rocks, the thorns and ditches along the way. Keep your inner light burning bright and trust the story unfolding beneath your feet. No one else can light the way. It is the light in your heart that will give you the greatest distance when all about you falls into darkness. You may feel utterly alone at present, but know that others can see your light and the way you are showing. The torch that you bear will become the light that inspires others to step out of the crowd and follow the radiance of their soul. You are a way shower. A time for healing. At times, amidst the travails of the world, we find ourselves keening for the soft touch of the healer, of one who knows the right way to bring back to life the dimming light within our souls. The healer's touch may feel far from you, but if you take a moment and allow the ancient ones to come to you, you will feel a tender hand upon your brow, offering you the energy of the universe. Allow yourself to be restored by this ancient form of blessing and healing. Even if human hands are far away right now, imagine. Close those weary eyes. Know the ancient ones are with you and let them reweave the fibers of light that make you into the being of radiance you so truly are. My gosh, that is a beautiful card and a beautiful definition. The learning of rights. As you wander this path of the soul, you may come upon others like yourself who have formed small clans and found their place in the world. Watch as they celebrate the rebirth of their clan, the rise of the new, the passing of ritual from one generation to the other. Learn of their rights, which can guide us all and be shared with all who have this tender love for other beings within their hearts. Make time for play, delight, and celebration in your rituals. Let them not be so earnest that all joy is dimmed. This is a time for the new, for the unlearned, for the joyous discovery of what could be and what will come. Anticipate this with all the sweetness you can muster. This is a gorgeous deck. Absolutely beautiful deck. I'm so glad I discovered it. The littlest blessing. There is a little good fortune right at your fingertips. It is sweet and small, but it is this blessing that will see your energy open up to receive even more of the same. Destiny wishes you to be content, to feel loved, and to see the wonder in every small thing this day. Look about you, for right there in the smallest of places are the blessings you have been yearning for, yet missing. Open your new eyes to the world, and what once went unseen and unappreciated can be truly known for the very first time. Look with eyes of wonder at the little miracles of the world. When you do this, the gates to all good things swing open for you. a time of rest, a time to rest a while. The whole world is sleeping, and this is when some of your most sacred work is done, in dreams. In the cocoon you create as you separate from the exterior and enter deeply into the divine universe that dwells within you. Enough time has been spent out there. Now it is time to restore and regenerate, to recreate and reweave the inner world. That sanctuary, the memory palace and beautiful grove where all true healing takes place, while the world of nature is a resting. You too must return to the deep for this phase of the cycle of life. Soon you will return renewed, re-energized, and transformed. Till then, slumber and dream, sweet child of the blessed planet. Aww. Blessed reunion. When the reunion comes, it will be blessed and pure and so full of joy that you will not regret the time that took you from each other, the time you have and will have moving forward, so full of love and kindness, of recognition and support, will be yours and will continue all the days of your life. This moment matters. This is love in full bloom. This is the heart song finding its harmonic companion in another. This is life as a tapestry woven of love. You are held, supported, seen, and heard. You will be known again, and this partnership will have more soul substance than any other relationship previously created. This union of two renewed souls is blessed. Find your night self. We can be different at night. It is liberating when the peace and silence, the stillness and strangeness give us a chance to become something other than our daylight selves. Night feeds the souls who dare to dream with eyes wide open, who take their visions and create lives of beauty and discomfort, who thrive amidst the wild, the bohemian, the nonconformists. This is what your soul craves, the song of the night, for the night self to arise, for the unshone self to be made visible, for the tattered wings you've tried too hard to hide to finally be seen by those with eyes of magic. The night will never be lonely again, for within it you know you find yourself. Time to move on. There is sorrow when someone no longer feels the way they once did about you, but know you lit a light in their lives. Even though the time has passed for your tales to intertwine, the loosening of the bonds of love need not be bitter. For now you must take your leave to refine who you are next to become. You will not be lost when you follow the darkening path into the unknown. You will wander, but there are fragments of your soul waiting for you to find them along the way. Be content with the light you carry within and the light you have lit with others. These will be the guides on the mysterious path before you. The beneath opens up to you. Your heart did not close, even though you were no longer in the small and safe spaces of the surface world. Into the great depths you plunged, your soul a tattered, your heart in pieces, your hands closed and tight. And now look at you. You have found your way in the endless beneath. Your hands have a gentle touch, and you draw to you the shyest of creatures who know you are above all an ally, kin, and friend to their rare nature. You have found a home amongst all the other misfits the world gave birth to, and you are creating your own destiny, which is clear, brighter, deeper, and more filled with joy and blessings than you could ever have imagined. Dive down into the hidden places, bright soul, and ready your heart for waves of joy. Between two worlds. Sometimes the gulf between the old world and the world yet to come feels like a chasm. It doesn't feel possible to bridge that gap, to somehow make it to the other side. So for a while we slump and go into ourselves in the denying and destructive old ways. And just at this point, a sign will appear. The scent of flowers, birdsong, and colors of dawn will give birth to hope in your heart. And suddenly the gap will not seem so huge. The waters you must cross do not seem so deep, nor do they feel dangerous. And within a shorter while than you think possible, the old and the new will be bridged, and you will walk into the next life within this lifetime. These cards are magic. I feel them. So magical. What about you? Let me know in the comment section below. Death moves amongst us. With the full expression of this life comes the knowledge that death walks among us. Within every breath and every step dwells the mortality so many fear. Do not deny this ending. Honor those who have left this life with ceremony, ritual, respect. Acknowledge that they are no longer here in the same way, for there will be many deaths in your life. Learn to live with this truth so that death is not a fearful enemy, but a gateway to another life. You have been so many forms. Before we can become again, we must pass through death's gateway and let our souls wander free for a time. We can then wisely choose what comes next on the path of the soul. Amazing. The fortunate companion. When we walk alone for a time, and especially if we have walked alone to learn to know who we are once again, allowing others allowing others in is a very vulnerable experience, yet it is worthwhile. There is a fortunate companion who wants only to share their friendship gladly, with no demands or expectations, but with joy at having you by their side for a time. When you both connect, there grows good fortune, for you both benefit each other with the gifts of laughter, sharing, and understanding. Trust and listen as they share the secrets of their soul, for you two are safe to share what lies so very deep within you. With this kindred spirit, this fortunate companion of the lonesome path. From the below to the above. It is time to shift your gaze from the path below to what is above you, for it is to those higher places you will journey to next. You will always have your feet on the earth, But for now, you must lift your spirits by looking up and seeing the tops of trees. Learn what lies upon the next mountain. Discover the source that is the light that comes from the east at dawn. It is to the higher places, the higher thoughts, the higher self that you must turn. For when you do so, the gift you hold within you will find exactly the right time, exactly the right place to be offered, and finally to be fully held and appreciated. When all seems ended, we sculpt our lives until its shape is familiar, and we create patterns and stories and rituals around these shapes, all of which make up the beautiful moments of our days. We have a whole world, and yet sometimes that world, though through no decision we have made, comes to its ending. It is this moment for you. At all that once was will soon be the past. What is no longer is what was. And that kingdom that was is no more. Yet you are still standing. In truth, every living being is always in flux and change. Beneath the surface, at a deep level, the world keeps moving through her cycles. To live is to change. Take a moment to look upon what once was, to let it go, to give it honor, to say goodbye, and then to slowly stumble into the mysterious unknown, which holds what will become the beautiful future. Your presence is a gift to others. Sometimes we are alone for so long that we begin to wonder if we can still connect. We ask, what will I say? What if I forget how to behave? We miss the presence of others, yet we fear their rejection, that they will never truly know us. Dear soul, you are lovable. When you find yourself once again with others, and if you fall silent wondering what to do, take a breath and let yourself become aware of their presence, and allow your intuition to guide you. You are worthy of friendship and love, and you are very nearly ready to let others in once again. For as you miss others, they miss you too. Your presence is a gift to all who meet you. What a wonderful message. A time to share. We may love the road we take alone, and on that lonely road, we may find the truths of who we are. But until we allow another being to be close to us, we will not find out who we have become in relation to others. It is time to form bonds and relate and rediscover your own thoughts and feelings in response to those of another. There will be times when there are shared experiences, their pleasures amplified because they are mutual. This is the true joy of companionship and friendship, that sense that the world is seen and experienced and even understood for a small moment by two or more people. All is sweeter because the deep longing to share with another is finally fulfilled. These are wonderful messages. Ebbs and flows. There will always be moments where we find ourselves unable to find our place within the world. Those we once knew have fallen away, and those we have yet to form trust and loving relationships with are yet to come. We are sometimes given responsibilities to care for on our own when we thought they would be shared. It is natural to contemplate what we may be doing wrong or it is lacking in us. But this will pass. The truth is, we all go through the initiations of companionship and solitude, of intimacy and estrangement, of deep understanding and the grief of being misunderstood or abandoned. This moment is an ebb, but soon the flow of companionship will come. Friendship and love will surely flow back to you, as too will that true and deep sense of belonging. Gifts of the lonely path. There will be times when the solitude feels blissful. The sensation of the air, the scent of the bud, the song of the bird, the wisdom of the trees, the knowledge of the steady earth beneath your feet. When you are so full of song of the world, you become one with the rhapsody of life as your soul flows forth from the small space in which it was once contained. What once was a void has now become a world overflowing with delight and discovery. What once was darkness is now filled with stars. These precious insights may never have been seen or felt or understood had you not been in isolation for a time. There are gifts here on the lonely path. Receive them and make them yours. The return of the lost selves. When we are alone, we can be most true and real. We live without artifice or the need to please or be pleased. Finally free, we can simply be. Do not make this liberty a burden. Call back to yourself the wandering parts of your mind and soul that departed when they knew others could not understand them. Come together and be reunited within yourself and feel the multitude of you. You are not one self, but many selves. When you have this time of seeming aloneness, truly the companionship is of the many selves, the forgotten experiences, the things you never gave yourself time to wonder about. You will be unified by this spontaneous time alone. Our shadows are beautiful. Even when alone, we must express, seek communion, and understand our inner voices. We put down all the instruments of distraction and allow what we have avoided to arise within us, and we will find what we feared is beautiful. You are fascinating and you are fascinating and have so many layers, and you deserve the time to understand these or to appreciate the never-ending mystery of who you are. So write or sing or create or ponder when alone. Allow what you discover and connect with to sing into the spaces once filled with distraction and busyness. Now you can be more deeply known because you have met yourself. Now you are more loved because you have come to care so deeply for all that you are. Isn't that magical? The consolations of isolation. Seclusion can feed the spirit, and with that nourishment comes a rebirth. So many people and beings take themselves away from society and people, from the chatter and the gatherings and the beautiful noise that is our collective. The sense of being separate for a time is nothing to fear, for you are separate, you are unique, you are experiencing the multiplicity through the oneness of your being. Being alone can heal us and bring us back from the dark place that is loneliness, a state we can experience even when amongst others. The comforting, healing qualities of solitude are yours, and these arrive spontaneously, unscheduled, without artifice. Your spirit desires you to breathe light right through your entire being until you shine within the radiance that is your soul. Amazing. The truth comes softly. In the clean space of freedom to witness the self, we can find ways to work with the truth. Truths are not the same as facts. Truths are about stories and the story of our lives thus far. Being isolated for a time can mean we begin to understand far more deeply what our stories have become, and we begin to know how our stories need to change. The tale of your life becomes more and more clearly written by yourself, without all the suggestions and interpretations, even those that are well meant of others. Let the truth become clearer and clearer until it is in front of you. This truth is your story, and it is yours to write. Amen to that. Amen to that. Okay. Look at that beautiful creature. Oh my goodness. Honor your holy days. Acknowledging our sacred days carves out a sure pattern within our lives. Without sign or symbol, we can feel a loss of meaning or lose a sense of where we are in the world. Most often, these celebrations are observed with beloved others. But there are times when those holy days will come and we will see no one at all by our sides. So you will go alone to the sacred place, carve out the sign, and offer yourself so much love. All this will ensure you feel valued beyond measure. The time to celebrate alongside kin and clan will come again. For now, honor the changing of the seasons, the counting of the days of light and the days of dark, and reverently observe the turning of the wheel of time. In solitude, the soul will enter into pure unity with spirit. In the vastness of it all, there will be times when being alone can make us feel so very small and full of doubt. Questions pour through our being. Do we matter? Do others care? Why do I feel so lost? And the vastness of the silence that greets these questions may seem to confirm our insignificance. But in time, you will feel a part of it all, and your form, your shape, your being will fit within the greater design of the world. You are significant. for you are a child of this planet, and you belong here. See the small one before you, the tiny flower, the bird, the wing of the dragonfly. You are not so small, for they see you as great as a mountain. They do. They truly do. Oh my goodness. These works of art are beautiful. And it is, and is it lonelier at night? At night, we become strange as moonlight. Too many people have starved for solitude and silence and intimacy with the self. Without solitude, without self-knowledge, without the stranger self, we cannot love another or know them truly. Others are not our saviors, nor is their role to fill the space and silence of night or of day. We must do this first by entering the void of night and bringing it to life. In this way, we will have something worthwhile to share along the way. The dawn will come, but let the night's particular light illuminate the wild world that resides within you. When you do this, what was once unseen will reveal itself and share the road with you a while. Do not hide your light. What is the light that we hold within? The love we have, the fullness of our dreams, the urge for joy that we shackle until we give ourselves limits that make us feel blind to the truth of all that we are. The light within you is longing to be freed. It will not vanish, be stolen, or shrivel if you take it from its hidden place. Bring it forth and let the light within you lead. Know that the sense of being the only person with this strange shining within will be replaced in time with the knowledge that your light helps us all escape our prisons, that your light illuminates the darkness of the lonesome path. The world needs your light. 2. Oop. There you go, knocking things around again. Right? These cards, so beautiful. Realizations. So often we are distracted. We churn through the day, too busy to see, to hear, to feel, and to think. The soul starves within us, but in a time of aloneness, we can come to moments of deep realization where we begin to understand so much more. Honor those moments when they come within this time and space. The key to moving into a more soulful and rich connection with yourself and the world lies in these more lonesome times. You will have moments of realization that are the key to your entire life taking a different shape in the days to come. And this is a great blessing, born from the quiet, the stillness, the space around and within us in isolation. What did we lose? With this time of in-between, you grow curious about the parts of yourself you had forgotten about until now. These are the aspects of the sacred self that were cast aside, rejected, abandoned along the way. Now you need to look into the well. The well is the memory. the reservoir of the ancestors, the emotional world, which is where those parts of yourself and soul still live, patiently awaiting you to find them. Gaze down the well, conjure up the lost selves. Up they rise to rejoin you again. Give them space to share their wise stories with you, for nothing that belongs to you can ever be lost. It is only that, for a time, you forgot the blessings of all that you are. Are you two cards? Nope. Okay. They're thick cards. Okay. Here we go. The ending that opens the space for the beginning. You finally came to that place after so much grief and denial that it would be better for you to let go than to continue to hold on. And so you did. You watched it leave, and it never once looked back at you or returned to your hands. Then you began to find a way back to the self you lost when all your energy was poured into the need to stay connected. A beginning is on its way, made more magical and beautiful because you made space for it. The self that held on so tight had no space to receive. Now you know that when you let go, space is made, and into that space will walk the wonder. Wonder. W-O-N-D-E-R. There is one who watches over you. The one who watches over you is compassionate and sage. They often come to you in subtle ways, in the wise shape of a tree, in the luster of sunlit clouds, in the song of water running over rocks. To know you have this guardian is to understand that although there is loneliness, you are never alone. This watcher is linked to the path of your soul from your first breath to your last, and they will be with you in the great in-between of your lifetimes. The one who watches over you knows the sacred quest of your soul, and when it feels like you have lost your way, they will remind you of your purpose. This card reminds me of my new friend. Maybe that was a message for her. And our last card, into your arms. Soon will come a homecoming, a time of enrichment and contentment and goodness. There will be kin, a soul family to whom you know you belong, and they likewise to you. The solitude you have experienced means you have more to share now. More than ever before, you did not forget who you were in those lonely times. You became who you were meant to become next. And here you are. And because of that, here they are, the friends and the companions who see you, understand you, accept you, love you, reach for you in the morning, and kiss you as you fall asleep. The time of solitude shaped your soul, and the shape it took has become beautiful indeed. Well, my goodness gracious, this is, I'm just speechless right now. This is one of the most magnificent decks I have been called to in a very, very long time. And although it is larger than I am accustomed to, it is quite a large deck. It's not larger than most decks, and yes, I'm shuffling it because this is definitely going to become a part of my energy, that's for sure. But I will put it back in the box as I usually do, even though I just explained to you that I'm keeping this. This is how I end every review, so let's carry on, shall we? Beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous deck. If this deck sang to you like it sang to me, and you would like to get one for yourself, I do have an affiliate link in the description box below. I'm all shook up. I'm verklempt right now. That will lead you to the page where I purchased this deck. And, oh my goodness, the cards are quality. They are thick. There is a significant, wonderful, magical energy about them. I must say, these cards just really sang to my heart and my soul, and these are definitely a keeper for me, for sure. If they sang to you, then check out the affiliate link below. Let me know what you think of this deck in the comment section below, and if there are any other decks in this world that you would like for me to review, let me know in the comment section below. Other than that, have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next video.